Caught my fiancée sitting on her coworker's lap, so I took $60,000, vanished overnight, and let her life collapse without saying a word. I was at my desk reviewing drainage calculations when my phone buzzed. We'd been friends since college, worked in different divisions of the same civil engineering firm. He didn't text during work hours unless it mattered. Bro. You need to see this. A link. Instagram story. Someone named Hudson I vaguely recognized from Zara's work circle. I opened it. 15 seconds. That's all it took. There she was. Zara. My fiancée of 5 years. Sitting sideways on Gavin's lap like it was the most natural thing in the world. Her head tilted back, laughing at something he'd said. Her left hand, the one that should have had a ring on it, brushing along his jaw while his arm wrapped around her waist. Everyone around them was laughing too. Drinks in hand. Music in the background. Just another Friday night party. Except my fiancée was on another man's lap. And nobody looked surprised. I watched it again. Her fingers traced his jawline. He said something. She threw her head back laughing. His hand tightened on her waist. 15 seconds on loop. I didn't feel what I expected to feel. No rage. No heartbreak. No confusion. Just clarity. Everything clicked into place like a lock turning. 2 weeks ago, she'd said the ring was at the jeweler for cleaning. A full week for a cleaning. When I'd asked which jeweler, she got defensive. Why does it matter? You don't trust me? 3 months of late work events she never invited me to. Event planning, she'd say. Networking. Building the business. Can't have my fiancé hovering. The phone. Always face down. Always. Changed her passcode last month. I just wanted something easier to remember. S-word. When we did have it, she was distant. Going through motions. Checking her phone after. And the biggest one, I need space to plan the wedding. You're smothering me with questions. I backed off. Gave her room. Trusted her. What a joke. I sat there staring at my monitor, but I wasn't seeing the spreadsheet anymore. I was seeing the last 6 months with new eyes. Every excuse. Every deflection. Every time she'd made me feel crazy for asking questions. The video didn't lie. Her body language didn't lie. The missing ring didn't lie. And the fact that everyone at that party treated it like normal? That told me everything I needed to know about how long this had been going on. My coworker Dennis walked by. You good, man? You look like you've seen a ghost. Yeah, I said. Just remembered something I forgot to handle. He nodded and kept walking. I looked at the video one more time. Watched her laugh. Watched her touch his face. Watched him hold her like she was his. Then I closed it. No confrontation. No questions. No giving her a chance to lie to my face and make me doubt what I'd just seen. The relationship ended the moment I pressed play. Now I just needed to execute the exit. I opened my banking app and navigated to our wedding fund. The account I'd been building for 3 years. Every bonus. Every raise. Every extra freelance project. $60,000. My name on the account. Zara had access to view it, but not ownership. I'd set it up that way to protect our future from impulse spending. Funny how that worked out. I stared at the balance. Then I smiled. I transferred the entire amount. $60,000. From the joint access wedding fund to my personal checking account. Took 90 seconds. Confirm transfer. Enter password. Done. I screenshot the confirmation. Saved it to 3 different places. Cloud, phone, email draft. Then I logged out and closed the app. 2:32 p.m. Zara was at a client meeting until 6. That gave me 3 hours. I told my supervisor I had a family emergency and needed to leave. He didn't ask questions. I'd never called out before, never left early. He just nodded and said take care. The drive home took 12 minutes. I spent it planning. 3 suitcases. That's all I needed. Our apartment, well, my former apartment, was on the 3rd floor of a renovated building in the Arts District. We'd signed the lease together 18 months ago. Moved in talking about forever. I unlocked the door and stepped inside. The space looked different now. Not home. Just a place I'd been staying. I walked to the bedroom and pulled 3 suitcases from the closet. The largest one still had a tag from our trip to the coast last summer. I ripped it off and threw it in the trash. Then I started packing. Clothes first. Only mine. Left everything I'd bought her, everything she'd left in my drawers. Just my stuff. Efficient. Methodical. Bathroom. Toothbrush, razor, cologne, prescription meds. Left the shared shampoo, the towels, the bath mat we'd picked out together. Office. Laptop, chargers, external hard drive with my work projects. Birth certificate from the file cabinet. Passport. Social security card. Grandfather's watch from the dresser. I picked up the watch and held it for a moment. He'd given it to me before he died. Told me to wear it on my wedding day. I'd planned to. I put it in the suitcase. Photo albums. There were 3 of them, from before we moved in together. My childhood, my parents, my college years. I left the albums we'd made together. She could keep those lies. I moved through the apartment like I was performing surgery. Clean cuts. No hesitation. Every item I took was legally, undeniably mine. Nothing she could claim. Nothing that could bring me back here. The first suitcase filled. Then the second. Then the third. Laptop bag. Backpack with documents and valuables. I did one final sweep. Checked drawers, closet corners, under the bed. If I forgot something, it stayed forgotten. I wasn't coming back. 3:54 p.m. I stood in the kitchen and pulled out a sheet of printer paper from the drawer. Found a pen. Wrote one line in the center. I saw it. Don't contact me. No signature. No explanation. She'd know exactly what I meant. I placed it on the kitchen counter where she'd see it the moment she walked in. Right next to the coffee maker she used every morning. Then I took one last look around. The couch where we'd watched movies. The dining table where we'd planned the wedding. The bedroom where I'd proposed. All of it felt like it belonged to someone else now. Some different version of me who didn't know what I knew. I loaded the suitcases into my car. 2 trips. The building was quiet. Nobody saw me leave. Drove across town to an extended stay hotel near the industrial district. The kind of place that takes cash and doesn't ask questions. Checked in under a weekly rate. Paid up front. The room was small. Clean. Anonymous. A bed, a TV, a desk, a bathroom. Perfect. I unloaded the suitcases and sat on the edge of the bed. Then I pulled out my phone. Blocked her number. Blocked her on Instagram, WhatsApp, every messaging app. Blocked her email address and set up a filter to auto-delete anything that got through. Complete silence. I blocked her number, her social media, everything. Then I sat on the hotel bed and waited. She'd be home in 3 hours. The explosion was coming. The first email came at 6:55 p.m. I'd set the block filter wrong on my personal email, forgot one account. The notification lit up my phone. Subject: where are you? Where are you? Your key is in the mailbox? What is going on? Call me right now. I didn't open it fully. Just read the preview and deleted it. 3 minutes later, another one. This isn't funny. Answer your phone. I'm serious. Delete. 7:15 p.m. 5 emails now. Answer me. What is going on? Did something happen? Are you hurt? The panic stage. I almost felt something. Almost. Delete. By 8 p.m., the tone shifted. I know you took the money. I can see the account. That's theft. You can't just steal from me. There it was. She'd checked the balance. Seen the zero. I leaned back against the headboard and stared at the ceiling. Wondered what her face looked like when she saw it. Wondered if Gavin was there to comfort her. Probably not. He struck me as the type who disappeared when things got complicated. 8:03 p.m. You're insane. You need help. I'm calling your family. I'm calling your boss. Everyone needs to know what kind of person you really are. The threat stage. I sat up and fixed the email filter. Added the account I'd missed. Watched the inbox go quiet. 9:45 p.m. One last notification before the filter kicked in. Fine. You want to do this? We'll do this. My lawyer is going to destroy you. I turned off my phone and went to sleep. Next morning I woke up at 5:30 a.m. Showered, dressed, drove to work early. Stopped by security on the way in. Walt was working the desk, older guy, retired cop, no nonsense type. Hey Walt, got a second? Sure thing. What's up? I'm going through a breakup. My ex might show up here looking for me. Can you make sure she doesn't get past the lobby? He raised an eyebrow. She dangerous? No. Just persistent. He nodded. What's her name? Zara Whitfield. He wrote it down. Consider it handled. She shows up, we'll turn her around. Thanks. I got to my desk at 6:15. Earliest I'd been in months. Started working. 9:45 a.m. Walt called my extension. She's here. I pulled up the security camera feed on my computer. We had access to lobby cams for site coordination purposes. There she was. Zara stood at the reception desk, gesturing wildly. Her hair was in a messy ponytail. Same clothes as yesterday, she'd probably been up all night. Face red, eyes puffy. Walt approached. Calm. Professional, she turned on him, pointing toward the elevators. I couldn't hear the audio, but I could read her body language. Demanding. Desperate. Walt shook his head. Gestured toward the door. She didn't move. Walt said something else. Firmer this time. She finally turned and walked out. Slammed the glass door hard enough I could see it shake on camera. I closed the feed and went back to work. By lunch, my phone was blowing up. Not from Zara. From mutual friends. Hudson, hey man, Zara says you had some kind of breakdown? She's really worried. Priya, what's going on with you and Zara? She said you disappeared and took all your stuff? Colin, dude, Zara's saying you abandoned her. That doesn't sound like you. You okay? I didn't respond to any of them yet. Instead, I checked Zara's Instagram. She'd unblocked me, or I could see her public posts, at least. New post from 2 hours ago. A photo of a sunset. Caption. Sometimes you don't know who people really are until they show you. Trust your instincts. Protect your peace, broken heart emoji. Comments pouring in. You okay, babe? What happened? Here if you need to talk, red heart emoji. She was playing the victim. Painting me as the villain. The unstable ex who vanished without explanation. I sat there for a moment. Considered my options. I could defend myself. Post my side. Explain what happened. Or, I opened my messages and pulled up the video T had sent me. Downloaded it. Sent it to 3 people. T. Priya. Hudson. No caption. No explanation. Just the 15-second clip. This is what I saw. That's all I wrote. Then I put my phone away and went to a project meeting. By 3 p.m., the replies started coming. T. Holy crap. Priya, oh my god. I'm so sorry. Hudson, F word. I didn't know. I'm sorry man. I didn't respond. Didn't need to. The video was spreading. I could feel it. The way information moves through a social circle, exponential, unstoppable. By end of day, Zara's Instagram post had new comments. Is that you at Hudson's party last week? Girl. Really? The supportive messages stopped. At work, the whispers started. Gavin showed up to a department meeting looking like he hadn't slept. He wouldn't make eye contact with anyone. Gavin stopped coming to the 3rd floor break room. Our firm had 3 floors. Civil engineering on 3, environmental on 2, structural on 1. The 3rd floor break room was the main hub, best coffee machine, couches, the whole setup. Everyone used it. Not anymore. Not Gavin. I'd see him take the stairs down to 2nd floor for coffee. Watched him duck into the stairwell when he saw me in the hallway. In meetings, he sat as far from me as possible and studied his laptop like it held the secrets of the universe. Word had spread fast. Engineering firms are small worlds. Somebody knew somebody who'd been at that party. Then the video made rounds. Then everyone knew. My project manager, Dennis, pulled me aside Thursday morning. Hey, just want you to know, what happened sucks. But you handled it right. Keep your head up. I nodded. Appreciate it. Gavin's been getting some heat in his department. Apparently people don't love working with someone who operates like that. I didn't respond. Didn't need to. The professional damage was already done. Gavin could deny it all he wanted, and from what I heard, he was trying. Telling people we were just friends and the video was taken out of context. Nobody was buying it. Friday afternoon, my phone rang. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer. Hello? Hi, is this, a woman's voice, stressed. I'm calling from Luminous Events Hall. I'm trying to reach the contact for the Whitfield-Cortez wedding? Whitfield-Cortez. Our wedding. My last name and hers, hyphenated like she'd insisted. Speaking. Oh, thank God. Listen, we've been trying to reach Ms. Whitfield all week and she's not returning our calls. We need to discuss the contract cancellation. I straightened. Cancellation? Yes, we're invoking the morality clause. Given the circumstances surrounding the engagement termination, We can't in good conscience host the event. It's in Section 12 of the contract. We'll be refunding the deposit minus the cancellation fee. The morality clause. I vaguely remembered the contract. Some standard language about reputational harm. What circumstances? I asked. She paused. The incident. That became public. Look, I don't want to get into details, but our venue has a reputation to protect. We work with high-profile clients. We can't be associated with. She stopped herself. We're canceling. Ms. Whitfield has been notified via email and certified mail. Understood. She hung up. I sat there processing. They'd canceled on her. Not because I pulled out. Because her reputation was damaged enough that they didn't want the association. Over the next week, I heard through mutual friends what was happening. The florist pulled out. Said it didn't align with their values. The photographer refunded Zara's deposit entirely. Sent a cold, professional email about creative differences. The caterer kept the deposit but refused service. Contract allowed it. The wedding industry was small. Tight-knit. And Zara worked in event planning, which meant she knew these people professionally. Had probably worked with some of them on other clients' events. They were dropping her like dead weight. Monday morning, I got a call from a lawyer's office. Left a message while I was in a meeting. I called back during lunch. This is Patterson and Associates. We represent Ms. Zara Whitfield regarding the illegal transfer of marital assets and financial abuse. I almost laughed. Marital assets? We were never married. The wedding fund constituted a shared investment in your future together. Our client is prepared to pursue legal action for the full amount plus damages. The account was in my name. Solely. She had viewing access, not ownership. That's a matter for the courts to decide. Sure. Send whatever you need to send. I hung up and called the lawyer I'd consulted 3 days ago. Cost me $200 for an hour consult, but worth every cent. Forwarded him the voicemail. He called back in 10 minutes. They're bluffing. You're fine. Want me to send a response? Yeah. It'll cost you another $300. Do it. 2 days later, he sent me a copy of what he'd mailed to Patterson and Associates. Clean, professional, devastating. Bank statements proving sole ownership. Documentation of the broken engagement. The video is evidence of infidelity. A formal cease and desist wrapped in legal letterhead. I never heard from Zara's lawyer again. Thursday evening, my phone rang. Landlord. Hey, got a weird situation. Your girlfriend, fiancée? Sorry, tried to get your name removed from the lease today. I leaned forward. And? Ran her credit. Denied. She can't qualify solo. Now she's asking for an extension on next month's rent. Says she's going through a hard time. You know anything about this? We broke up. I moved out. Ah. That explains it. He paused. Look, I like you. You've been solid. Want to break the lease clean? 60-day notice, I'll release you from liability. Do it. You got it. I'll send the paperwork. She's got 60 days to figure out her situation. He hung up. I stared at my phone. 60 days. Zara had 60 days to find a roommate, find a cheaper place, or move back home. On her income? With her reputation tanking? Good luck. I signed the lease termination paperwork that weekend. Scanned it, sent it back. Clean break. Zara had 60 days. I gave it 3 weeks before I heard what happened next. Priya called me on a Tuesday. We'd been friends before Zara and I got together. She was actually closer to me than to Zara, but had tried to stay neutral. Hey, you got a minute? Yeah, what's up? I thought you should know. Zara lost the Castellanos wedding. I sat up. The Castellanos wedding. I'd heard about it. High society family, massive budget, 600 guests. The kind of event that could make an event planner's career. When? Yesterday. Mrs. Castellanos called Zara's boss directly and said she wanted someone else. Didn't give a reason, but everyone knows why. How bad is it? Priya exhaled. That contract was like 30% of her company's Q2 revenue. Her boss isn't firing her yet, but word is she's getting pushed to smaller events. Birthdays. Retirement parties. Nothing prestigious. How do you know all this? I work with someone who works with someone at her company. The event planning world is tiny. Everyone's talking about it. After we hung up, I thought about that. Event planning ran on reputation. Trust. The ability to manage high-stress situations with grace. Zara's reputation now? Unstable. Untrustworthy. A woman who couldn't even manage her own relationship, let alone someone's $250,000 wedding. The work would dry up. It was just a matter of time. 3 days later, Hudson messaged me. "Dude, did you see Zara's Instagram?" I hadn't. I'd kept her blocked. "What about it?" She posted this long thing about fake friends and betrayal, then deleted it like an hour later. Then posted another one about rising above negativity and deleted that too. Now her whole account is gone. I didn't respond. Also, she's not coming to Colin's thing next weekend. Nobody invited her. Felt too awkward. I could picture it. Group chats going quiet when she messaged. Invitations that used to be automatic suddenly drying up. People making excuses. Social exile, one event at a time. A week later, T caught me at the coffee machine at work. Gavin's been telling people Zara came onto him. That he was just being friendly and she misread the situation. I poured my coffee. "That right? Yeah. Apparently she's been blowing up his phone. He blocked her. Won't even acknowledge her in public. Dude's trying to save his own back. Is it working?" T shook his head. "Not really. People know what they saw. He's just making it worse by lying about it." So Gavin had jumped ship. Whatever they'd had, affair, emotional connection, whatever, imploded the moment it became public. He'd chosen his career over her. She'd lost the affair partner and her reputation in one move. By week 5, the financial pressure started showing. I got a forwarded email from the florist. They'd sent it to both of us originally, but it bounced from Zara's email. Subject: outstanding balance, final notice. This is the third attempt to collect payment for services rendered per contract number 4782. The outstanding balance of $3,200 is now 45 days past due. If payment is not received within 10 business days, we will pursue collection through legal channels. I deleted it. Not my problem. But it told me everything I needed to know. She'd burned through whatever money she had. Couldn't pay the vendors. Her credit was tanking. The lease was up in 2 weeks. I wondered if she'd found a roommate. Wondered if she was packing. Wondered if I cared. I didn't. Week 6. Priya sent me a screenshot. Zara's Instagram profile page. The one that showed when someone's account didn't exist anymore. User not found. She deleted everything, Priya wrote. Like, fully gone. Facebook too. I think she's moving. I stared at the screenshot. Then I got a text from Colin. Heard Zara moved out of your old place. Back with her parents or something. Thought you should know. I set my phone down. 6 weeks after I left, Zara had deleted all her social media. Moved out of the apartment. Lost her career, her social circle, her relationship with Gavin, her financial stability. Everything. And I felt nothing. 6 months later, I'm sitting in my new apartment watching the sunrise. It's smaller than the old place. 1 bedroom instead of 2. No balcony. But it's mine. Every piece of furniture, every dish, every decision. No compromise. No shared anything. Just peace. The $60,000 wedding fund? Down payment on a duplex across town. I live in one unit, rent out the other. Tenants paying $1,800 a month. Covers the mortgage plus some. Passive income I wouldn't have if I'd spent it on a wedding to someone who was sitting on another man's lap. Work promoted me in August. Lead engineer on a new municipal project. 20% raise. Office with a window. I'm dating again. Casually. A woman named Flora I met at a project site. She's a landscape architect. We've been out 3 times. No pressure. No rush. No assuming this goes anywhere. Trust issues? Yeah, I've got those now. But I'm working on them. And I'm not bitter about it. Just more careful. More aware. Feels like growth, honestly. I still hear things through the network. Zara's event planning career never recovered. Last I heard from Priya, months ago now, she was working retail at a department store. Living with her parents about 45 minutes outside the city. No social media presence. Just gone. Occasional sightings from mutual friends. She looks older, they say. Tired. One person said she asked about me. I didn't ask what they told her. Gavin's still at the firm. Different floor, different projects. We've crossed paths exactly twice. Both times he looked at the ground and kept walking. His reputation took a permanent hit. He's competent enough to keep his job, but the trust is gone. Nobody wants him on client-facing projects. Nobody invites him to after-work drinks. He's dating someone new. I heard that last month. The pattern continues. I don't think about either of them much anymore. People ask me sometimes why I didn't confront her. Why I didn't demand an explanation. Why I didn't give her a chance to defend herself. Here's the thing, confrontation gives them a chance to lie. To manipulate. To twist the narrative. To make you doubt what you saw with your own eyes. I had all the evidence I needed. 15 seconds of video. Clear as day. I didn't need closure because I had clarity. The relationship ended the moment I pressed play. Everything after that was just logistics. People also ask why I didn't blast her on social media. Why I didn't publicly shame her. Because I didn't need to. I didn't destroy Zara. I just removed myself from her life. Stopped protecting her from consequences. Stopped funding her lifestyle. Stopped being the safety net she took for granted. The rest? That was her own choices catching up to her. Vendors dropped her because of her reputation, not because of anything I said. Her career tanked because clients lost faith in her judgment. Gavin ghosted her because he was never in it for anything real. The social exile happened because people saw who she really was. I didn't orchestrate any of it. I just stepped aside and let the natural consequences unfold. That's the thing about betrayal. You don't destroy them. You just remove yourself, and let them destroy themselves. I don't hate Zara. I don't think about her. I don't check up on her. Don't ask friends about her. Don't wonder what she's doing or who she's with. She's a stranger to me now. Less than a stranger, she's someone I used to know. The relationship ended in 15 seconds. My new life began in the same moment. And I've never looked back. If I could give advice to anyone going through something similar, it's this. Protect yourself. Legally, financially, emotionally. Document everything, but don't make it a public spectacle. Trust your gut. When you know, you know. Don't wait for the perfect proof or the perfect moment. Act when you're ready, then commit to the decision. And most importantly, respect yourself enough to walk away. Not everyone gets a clean exit like I did. I know that. I had financial control, legal protection, no kids, no shared property beyond a lease. But the principle holds, you don't owe anyone a confrontation. You don't owe them an explanation. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Then move accordingly. The sun's fully up now. Saturday morning. Flora's coming over for coffee in an hour. We're going to check out a farmer's market, maybe grab lunch after. Simple. Easy. No drama. My phone hasn't buzzed with Zara's name in 6 months. That's the thing about betrayal. You don't destroy them. You just remove yourself, and let them destroy themselves. And honestly, I've never slept better. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you really like our videos, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.